Okay. Okay, I didn't double check if the music was okay and if my voice is okay, so thank you. Yeah. So I actually hear the music a bit like loud, so I'm gonna reduce the volume. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna try to finish this cut. Hello, hello. Hope you have a great stream. Naka. Thank you. I hope so too. Because I really want to finish this short film. Like, yeah. I mean, it's not like I feel like I'm dragging this short film a bit. Oops. Right. Okay, so I am not using reference for this particular cut. And I think there is like a, not a debate, but like people sometimes treat references or using references as maybe like a black and white sort of topic, and or yeah, it's something that is oversimplified. But anyway, So what I was saying about references, um right now I was just looking at my hand, and that sort of is a reference. So yeah, I'm kind of drawing from imagination, but also sometimes I, just look at my hand and see see how, the shapes look, and that's why I think references or using references is oversimplified in general. And it's not just one thing or the other, but rather like a range of like a lot of different types of references that you can use, like in between. Okay, and right now I'm also on the third pass of this animation. So it's like the faintest drawing is the first pass, and then the second pass, and then the third pass that I'm currently drawing. Hopefully, this third pass is the last. Is yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I think a third pass will be enough. That's mean great. Thank you, I guess. Are you saying that it's looking great? Thank you, and thank you for stopping by. So as you can see, I am like the second pass, I didn't redraw things that were not necessary to redraw. For example, Yeah, the first pass is like the full body, and then the second pass I just redrew what I thought could be better. And now the third pass I'm gonna like merge what I did in both of the previous passes. Hello, hello, Leo. Thank you for stopping by. This time I tried like having a camera. Okay, so I need to follow the second pass. I don't know if it's maybe confusing to see like so many drawings under so many underlined drawings. I think that's what they are called. Maybe I'm going to reduce the opacity. Because sometimes, like I just did, not only am I looking at the like the first and second pass, but also the onion skin. And that can be confusing. Okay. Walk cycles are, I don't want to say boring, but yeah, they are sort of boring. However, they are super common. Um, so yeah, we have to learn how to do them. Do them? Make them? And also, yeah, like know the basics so that later you can improvise or design a different work cycle. For example, I'm watching the third season of Primal, Kendi Tartakovsky's Primal, and the Spears walk cycle is super interesting. If you can watch that series, watch it. It's really good. But the walk cycle is, yeah, it's like they designed, or well, I don't know if designed, but they changed the animation to reflect what was happening. What's the thing you enjoy animating the most? Hmm, that's a good question. Um, that's a good question, and I'm not sure. Well, yeah, I'm gonna say like action sequences. However, I haven't done those a lot. Um, the last production that I worked on, it wasn't. It was very realistic, so it didn't have like crazy anime sequences. It was more like down to earth, realistic movements. So, but it was demanding. It was a really, like the quality they were looking was really high. But yeah, action sequences. I haven't. You know what? I would love to try, and I haven't. Dancing. But dancing is complicated because, like, the choreography has to be designed. So, yeah, you do need like a. Oh, sorry, can you hear me? Like, my bones cracking. Yeah, dancing. Um, but I think you do have to be ready to animate anything. So, the first sequence that I ever animated for Japanese productions, it was the last available sequence. So it was probably like nobody wanted to do that. And I was like, yeah, okay, and I just did it. I think people also don't like to animate walk cycles in general, because they are difficult if they aren't. There's not a lot of room to like expression or maybe do things differently, because people are gonna notice that it's just wrong or maybe it looks weird. So yeah. Okay, I skipped a keyframe right over here, this one. Let me do that one. And yeah, right now I do need like to follow the onion skin because it's an in-between instead of like the passes. Also, you know what? Camera movements. Now that I think about, like, because the first sequence that I animated for Japanese productions, I didn't have a choice, right? They were like, "We need you for this," and I was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I will do it." But then the next one, no, the third one, I was given the storyboard to choose a sequence, and the sequence that I chose had camera movements. Like, yeah, it was interesting in that regard. So, but camera movements are tricky because if it's drawn, then you do have to control like the perspective. The Yeah, I remember it was, I didn't realize when I chose that sequence, but the camera movement was really complex. And I had to, like, I remember I went to like the lobby of my building because it had mirrors, and it was a sequence with like a mirror. I don't remember like if it was, yeah, it was a mirror. And I was like during 1 hour just like walking and trying to simulate how the camera would look. And yeah, it was something more complex than just like, I had to ask my husband for like his camera and to do like move the lens. It was really complex. I didn't realize, but I could make a good reference, so it was okay. Things turned out okay. I hate dialogue. Getting the face right takes so long. Really? I think dialogue, well, anime dialogue is very simple usually. Western style dialogue, that one, I don't know. I don't even think I have like animated a complex Western dialogue. Um but you know the good thing about getting, because like in a production you're gonna have the supervisor correct the face. That sounds maybe, I'm not saying that, I mean, I of course you have to do like a good job in trying to get the model correct, but there's going to be someone who, you know, reviews and helps you getting the face right. Okay, let me, what am I doing? um okay. Okay, yeah, so I was doing a regular in between, but that's not correct, because the like it's almost like the previous keyframe. So yeah, dialogue sequences in anime are not that exciting sometimes because it's just like a drawing and like the mouth, just like two drawings that the keyframer does. But yeah, like you said, because it's simple, then the drawings have to be really good. That's, yeah, that's a good point. Because action sequences are more, I don't know, they allow for more freedom. Hello, Flash Max 1. Hi. Welcome to the stream. And thanks for stopping by. Okay, so right now this is the passing position. So let me, okay, the leg should be straight. Like for something like this, I should be looking at the background. However, the background is a photo, and I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but like, I don't know if you can see how ugly the lines look with the photo. With the photo. So yeah, that's why I just drew like that grid to like, but then I'm gonna have to like double check the animation with the photograph. So I'm so happy I found this channel. I just checked your YouTube channel too, and there's so many useful things. Thank you. I'm a follower now. Thank you so much. I guess you come from like the short video series, maybe on Instagram, because that's where my videos perform the best. And I wish I had like more chance or more, yeah, more time to because I have so many videos that I want to do, but just there's not enough time or money. Because you know, I could pay like extra editors or something. Okay. Nope, I just found you randomly in Twitch. Oh, right, I didn't see the Twitch icon on the chat. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Ah. Okay, sometimes, like, my Wacom... okay, there it is. And then the pen. Okay. I don't know why sometimes, like, the pen goes to the main monitor, and then yeah, it's a bug or something that I need to, a glitch. But I followed your Insta too. Awesome. Well, I'm making content on, because I'm an anime animator, so yeah, I'm sharing like info reels or TikToks on. Oh, you know what? I haven't checked like the alerts on Twitch. And I also, let me see if I can. Mm, yeah, we gotta set up the alerts. Yeah, because is there a way to see the alerts? Like the. Well, I don't know. I need to. I need to check all of that. But thank you for stopping by and for like sending a chat message. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known. Okay, so that leg, the leg behind looks weird. Like it sort of gets short, but I think I'm not sure if like the camera would do that. So I gotta check if we can have both YouTube and Twitch alerts. I think on your stream dashboard on your Twitch you can see the events. Mm, dashboard. Where do I... Ah, okay. Creator dashboard. Um, Stream manager. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I saw it. I see it now. And I saw Flash Max followed you. Yeah, there's a lot of follows that I missed. So does YouTube have like alerts as well that I'm like missing, or? I think something similar on the live dashboard of YouTube Studio. Maybe gotta double check. Okay. Okay, we can do that like later. Okay, yeah. So I'm not sure if like I'm doing a correct perspective, to be honest. But I don't care. Like this short film is just like just to have fun, you know, do something with grease pencil. I wanted to make like a short film within Blender and with grease pencil. So yeah, not worrying about like maybe being super accurate. Damn, what a weird perspective for that shot. I know. Wanna see the background? Oops. That's the background. And the shot plays, I mean, I don't know if play. So yes, it is weird. I don't know if it's like super accurate, but oh, and something that happens is that like I once I drew something, um you know, you may think that it's correct, but then when I draw like the next keyframes, I think I have to go back and maybe fix. Yeah. So yeah, you can see the differences between my passes, like the first pass, second pass, and then third pass. Okay, I need to plug my phone. Okay. How long have I been working? 45 minutes, okay. I really want to finish this cut. Okay. So yeah, as I like distort some drawings, then I go back to like right now this head right here seemed not as distorted as the head before, but then maybe maybe this one is like the distortion is a bit like too much. Okay, I'm gonna continue with the next. What? Okay. Salud. ¿Lo estornudo? The other problem I have with this short film, besides like not using references and not knowing if the perspective is correct, is the character design. Because I also didn't like designed like properly in a character sheet. So I am like, as I progress, as I move forward with the cuts, I change the design, and that is not good, because then I have to go back. Mm, mm. Okay, so I'm not sure if, because I don't know if you can see that, like the right leg um is not visible, but if I don't draw it, maybe it looks weird, because it like disappears. So maybe maybe I make some subtle lines. Hmm. Okay, I just remembered that I want this keyframe to make a sort of drag. So a drag is like the drawing just is it drag? I don't know, but like part of the drawing gets behind and like thank you. Yeah, so I'm going to favor the previous keyframe instead of like drawing in the middle ground. I'm gonna okay. Okay, it looks weird. I'm okay. I'm gonna leave it like that and then maybe just go back and change it. I really liked the attitude or like the pose of this drawing, like from the first pass, since the first pass, and so it's the first pass. Okay, I'm gonna bring this keyframe over here to copy, well, trace. Okay, I'm gonna trace it as it is, but then just change it. Or maybe, what should I do? Okay, no, I think I'm gonna draw this one as best as I can, and then, oops, I forgot. I got confused of the shortcuts between clips to paint and grease pencil. Okay, so that's the left chancla. Ahí vamos. I'm looking at the animation on my main monitor to what is that? Because sometimes it's useful to just look it in front. look at it in front. Chum, 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 chum. Okay. Okay, so I really like this, like all of this shape. However, I think it's incorrect. You know, we wouldn't be looking like, yeah, the perspective is going, the horizon line is above that, so we shouldn't be able to see like the interior of the pants. Okay, and I think that since this leg is straight, then the pants would be lower than, say, this other leg. And maybe, yeah, maybe it would be closer to the edge, to the right edge. Okay, and I'm going to just slightly, like so. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is weird. You know, it's a weird perspective, but I think it's sort of like making sense. You know, because we, like, I don't know if you can see it, like the floor. So, yeah. Maybe I should like add to the grid, like these lines. Anyway. Okay, so maybe I was a bit optimistic, thinking that I could finish the cut. But I do want to maybe try to finish the walk cycle. Y basta. Okay, so I'm following the, like, the Western way of doing rock cycles, which is those three. A passing position. Wait, a down position before the passing position, and Okay. Yeah. So a down position before the passing position. E. Okay, let me just, because the contact position, or well, the place where the feet in this case make contact shouldn't move. Otherwise, it would look like it's sliding. Yeah, so another word for this is like the pivot point. Okay. Good enough. Okay, yeah, so now the pivot point is the same. The keyframe should be the same as the next keyframe. So because the foot is already like completely planted on the floor, so like so. Okay, so this is the down position. And it's almost like an in-between, but the body is also going like down. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I recommend you check the Animator Survival Kit by Richard Williams. He's the one who like really explained the technique for making walk cycles. And well, it's not the same as the techniques used for anime or Japanese productions. Anime walk cycles are not as I don't know if the word cartoony makes sense. Wait a second. Okay, so the passing position looks like the character is falling backwards, but I think I did that because of the perspective. So Okay, so for the head, I'm just gonna draw like a regular in between, and then I'm gonna move it. This would be easier in like 2D animation software because, well, I guess you could do I guess you could do it in Blender as well. I just don't know how to. But what I'm talking about is like the light table, which lets you move keyframes around to use as reference without really modifying the like the real position of the keyframe. So in the times of paper and pencil, which many animators in Japanese productions is still animate with paper and pencil, so they do that, and it's called moving the peg holes. So you can take the paper out and just move it around to use as reference. Oh, I don't remember how the arms work in the down position because, yeah, I think they even, yeah, I think they move farther away from the. Okay. Okay, so let's move it down. Hmm. Yes, I'm gonna move the arms further from the more, like, instead of doing a regular in between, just move them. I don't know if Blender has it, but you could use pure ref to do something similar, though more limited, to place it over Blender. Oh yeah, I could do that. It's just super comfortable in Clip Studio Paint or TP Paint. The light table, I guess because I've seen your work, so I guess you know what I'm talking about. And for those of you who don't, check out my video, 10 tips for clip character animation in Clip Studio Paint or something like that. Okay, this is just no, just okay. This looks weird. Maybe, yeah. I'm just gonna redraw the hand. Well, trace. I mean. Oh. And then I'm gonna move it. Shoop. Okay, so I'm also not sure if this is going to work. But let's try. just redo it if it doesn't work. Okay, and the you know what? I'm gonna Google quickly um the animator survival kit walk cycle. Okay, yeah, images. Okay. So the down position. Okay. Okay, yeah. So the down position apparently is also really close to the previous keyframe. Wait, is it okay? And so the chancla, it gets separated from the foot. Okay, yeah, that's the down position. I think. Okay, so now what is weird is the torso. Let me check the diagram. It goes down, like the name says. Okay. And the arms, yeah, the arms are more like swinging a bit more, apparently. Apparently. Okay, and the legs are more Yeah, since the whole body goes down, then the legs are a bit more um bent. Yeah, bent. Wait, yes. So yeah, the animator survival kit, everyone. Just that's the best resource for block cycles. And knowing those walk cycles, really, the anime walk cycles are very simple. So okay, I'm gonna change the first keyframe because this line is weird. It should be the other way. Okay, the reference. Okay, so ah. Okay, so what I because this walk cycle is very cartoony, so so I guess that's why it's not very like anime. Anime animation is generally more realistic. Okay. Okay. Ah. Okay, speaking of walk cycles, there is it's like a signature walk cycle that was that a Japanese animator did or does, I guess. You can look for it in on Sakugaburu, and it's called Evata Walk. Evata is the name of the animator. And it looks super weird. Like it's a like right now it's like a signature style of animation, but it looks weird. Like this. This looks really weird. Okay, I know what happened. Because I left like the torso behind. Okay, maybe right there. Okay, I'm so not used to doing Western style walk cycles. Okay, so yeah, definitely the hand looks weird. So I'm gonna just make a regular in between. Okay, I'm gonna draw it. Ew. Diego, ¿me haces un tecito de té flores? ¿Sí? Té, 12 flores. Gracias. Ah, lo apagué acá. Ah, ok. Va, lo voy a aprender. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, really? Ok. Según yo le había picado. Ah, no más. Qué bueno que dije. ¿No? Nada cancelable. Tan, tan. Tan, tan. Pam, 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 pam. Okay, so I'm gonna wait. Hmm. Okay, not bad. Okay, awesome. Wait. Uh-huh. Okay, yeah. So I didn't follow like the walk cycle as the diagram in the book shows. But that's the point, to adapt it adapt the rules, I guess. Well, no, the word rules is, I don't like it. Adapt the techniques, the suggestions according to whatever you're animating. Ba-dum-bum. I'm getting tired of this playlist. But it's just I haven't. I just looked for like a DMCA free music. And also, I hate AI so much that I haven't looked at other playlists because they will most likely be AI. Well, I mean, I need to look for like the year, maybe 5 years ago, or I could just maybe not add music at all, or I could be listening to music, but like not not like turn off the audio for the stream. Okay, that arm is shorter. Ba-dum-bum. Great stream. Thank you, A. Thank you. Contra. Sorry, I'm catching up with messages. Happy birthday. Thank you. I mean, I was not going to say anything, but well, it's not yet my birthday. So okay. Let's continue. Ah, wait. I forgot. Okay. Okay. This next keyframe. Wait, let me look at the reference again. Okay. So apparently the up keyframe is already in that position. Oops. Okay, maybe I should have drawn the the leg closer to the camera before. So okay. Hey, beautiful. Hi. That's not my name. Lol. Okay, so it's a regular in between, although the reference shows me, yeah, the passing position just like didn't exaggerate it as much. Sorry, I said passing position, but it's actually the up position. So, like the name suggests, it should be. Okay, I forgot this line right here. Okay. Maybe not so much because the perspective is. Yeah, like so. Okay, so like I did in the previous in between the slash keyframe, I'm gonna in between normally and then move like the position of the drawing. And I'm going to in between the hands regularly. It's important to stretch. Ugh. Okay. Okay, what was I doing? I was in betweening the arm. Okay. And then I in between the head and hair like normal, but then I'm going to move its position like maybe there. Okay. Okay, not bad. Okay, so I'm also drawing the hands from imagination, and um I think I can do it because it's a the you know the it's pretty standard, like the hands, the way I'm drawing the hands. I'm not doing something like super complicated. So yeah, for something more complex, then I would look for references. Well, take my own references, really, because looking is not like, you may not find exactly what you need. Today is my birthday. Congrats! Congratulations! Mine is also, well, it's not today, it's tomorrow. But maybe for some people, like, it's already tomorrow. Okay, so let's... Hey, what happened there? Okay. Let me fix this, whatever it is. Oh, okay. So what happened was that probably when I moved like the hand, or oh wait, oh yeah, okay, so I gotta be careful of not moving, of checking the selection, because maybe I move something that I don't want to move. Okay, maybe, yeah, besides that line, the other thing that was weird was... Wait a second. Okay. Was... the leg. The leg looks weird. Or maybe it doesn't? I don't know. Happy birthday! Mine was March 29th. So, a lot of birthdays. I had a group of friends who... I mean, they're still my friends, but I haven't seen them like in years. But one was... Her birthday was on the 30th. The other one on the 31st. 31... Yeah, on the 31st. And then mine. So it was really... It was funny. Oops. Okay.
Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight in the orbit of Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared its tower.
Oops, I moved. Okay, sometimes it's difficult to know what you're moving, because the selection is just, I don't know if you can even see it. Like, the lines look yellow. Can you see that? But then, for example, these lines, this is not selected, so it's difficult to see if you are like, oh, okay. Well, that's why maybe just like do a lot of circles. Okay, and then point. Okay, I think it's, yeah, it's working. At least for like the purpose of this short film. Okay, so now I'm missing the leg on the right leg, the one that we can't see for the most part. Okay. Okay, so according to the walk cycle diagram of Richard Williams's animation survival kit, the leg behind okay, this is weird. Okay, something like so. Okay. Okay, let me look at the reference once more. Okay, so Okay, I'm going to just, I don't know, I'm gonna try something. I'm going to like select the torso and move it closer to the next keyframe. Okay, and that gives me room to change the legs. Great. Okay, and yeah, maybe the would do something like that. Eh,
Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
okay. Okay, remember that well, I don't know if you were here, but I yeah, I made that change. I'm going to reverse it because I'm going to do that in the in the in between keyframe that goes. Okay. Oops. What happened? Okay.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Okay. This keyframe suddenly loses its proportions. Wait. Okay. Okay, 2 hours. Maybe I, I make it. Maybe I do finish the work cycle. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so maybe. Okay, there. Okay, so I'm gonna like change the timing. Passing position, contact, down. So after passing position goes an up position. I'm gonna add 3 frames there. So passing, up, contact, down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, three frames. And that is down, passing. Okay, so this one could be over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Passing. Then okay, like so. Okay, I'm gonna add maybe an extra keyframe for like slow out motion. Okay, let me play the animation and see how it looks. Okay. So I made the space for the in-betweens. Okay, how much time will be? Okay, 2 hours. Oh. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna draw the, the next set of steps, but the down position. Okay, I'm gonna start with the head and the torso, because maybe that's easier. Sometimes it's easier to look for, like, choose landmarks of your drawing. So from the head I went to the, like, the belt, I guess, or the pants, that the rectangle sort of shape. Okay, not bad. And then the arm. Okay, so this is, yeah, this is the keyframe where I want to add the drag of the hand. So I'm gonna make the hand closer to the previous keyframe. Okay. Oops. Okay, so I was in between the leg. You know, was like a regular in between, but it's not supposed to be that. Okay, so it's supposed to be a... Okay, and let me look at the reference. Okay. Yes. Okay, so the back leg is supposedly, yeah, it's already, it has already lifted from the ground. Wait, is that accurate? Okay, no, I think... Okay, I think the... I'm just gonna, you know, in a messy way, try to find where the legs would be. Do you think Blender is good for animation 2D? I mean, it definitely works for 2D animation, and it has even like extra tools that regular 2D software doesn't have or don't have, because you know most 2D software have like the same tools. But Blender has like all the power of 3D animation for 2D as well. I think there's like a negative part or side of that, because because sorry. Felicidades por tu cumple, ya menos 2 horitas, gracias. Gracias, aunque no quería decirlo tanto en directo, pero bueno. Okay, so what I was saying was that oh yeah, so it has like all the power of 3D animation, but that also means that it's, for example, a bit too complicated for some things. And you know, sometimes it's easier to just use 2D software. So yeah, it has its pros and cons. So okay, so the knee is a bit high. Let me, oops. which software you like most for 3D animation. Mainly I use Clip Studio Paint. Clip Studio Paint as well. Before Clip Studio Paint I had, well, I still have, and I very rarely use it, but TV Paint. But for the anime work, Clip Studio Paint is the standard. If we could say that there is a standard software, or though they really, I mean, there's not like, they won't force you or ask you to use a certain software. So, but most productions use Clip Studio Paint, so they also use TV Paint. So yeah, because of that, I really got used to working in Clip Studio Paint. I am the fastest on that, with that software. I mean, compared to like other software. Okay, so I'm gonna maybe draw the back leg, how it would look, because maybe because of the perspective, yeah, maybe it would be visible, although I wasn't sure. Maybe something like that. I don't know, because then that drawing. Okay, yeah, so this drawing was the one that was weird, but I think it works because of the perspective. Oops. Okay. So, yeah, I guess the back leg is not going to be visible. It's funny because I really like the approach or the mentality of Japanese productions when we talk about software, because you know, a lot of them still work with pencil and paper. So most, if not most, directors and supervising animators work with pencil and paper. So the software really, there's a lot of freedom. You know, you could use whatever suits you best. And that's why some people use Procreate, not even Procreate Dreams, but Procreate, like the normal Procreate. So okay, so that was the down position. It's still, I don't know, it's still looking weird. Okay, maybe, I don't know, maybe something like that. Or maybe, yeah, maybe that this drawing is weird, you know, and it's not so much this drawing that I'm doing right now, but the next drawing, so I'm gonna change it. Let me remove that keyframe. Yeah. So eventually I ended up changing the drawing that I said looked weird. Okay, maybe over there. And you said you are making a video about your hair animation. When will that come? I don't know. But yeah, you mean my most recent post, right? Oh, I don't think I posted that on YouTube. I'm gonna post it. But yeah, so I'm thinking of doing two videos. The first one is like because I'm designing the characters. So the first one is about that, about like the character design. And then the other one is about, you know, the specific techniques that I used for like the hair, like well, it's mostly a technique called wave, like yeah, like a wave. So yeah, I want to do that video as well. But that one is a tutorial, so tutorials take me longer. And also, yeah, because I also have the anime training arc videos that I'm getting behind. Well, I just don't want a lot of time to pass, you know, before posting the next. So I need to find time for everything. And the good thing is that I'm not like, I'm currently, I'm gonna say, in between jobs. That's how I'm gonna put it. Yeah, I'm in between jobs in the in anime productions, so I do have a bit more time. But then when that like gets settled, then it's gonna be harder, I think. Well, I don't know, I'm not sure. So yeah, there's gonna be a video like maybe a bit more general in how I did that animation, and then I also want to make like the tutorial with the technique called wave. So the general video, I hope, you know, I can do it soon and post it soon. The other one, I'm not sure, you know, how long. But if you're super eager to like, you know how I did that, just Google wave. Let me put it. Maybe it will appear like animation wave technique. or maybe um yeah, Nabiki. 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 Nabiki is the like the term in anime in Japanese productions, and it I think it can be translated to flapping, like for clothes and hair. So, ooh, oops. So yeah, if you search for those terms, yeah, the wave technique is going to probably appear because that's the technique, that they use for most Nabiki in anime. Okay, this looks weird. I don't know how many times I have said the word weird. Okay, maybe I'm gonna. I have a question. You're an established animator, but where I live, animation isn't popular and there's no real demand. Also, with AI tools like Sidance to creating high level animation in minutes. Yeah. It's. I hate it. I hate AI so much. I'm unsure if I should continue pursuing animation. I've learned anatomy and perspective, and I'm currently studying animation basics and color theory. But if I can't earn from this, I won't be able to continue. Do you have any advice or solution? Um. Okay, so there's. I think human artists are going to be needed for a long time, and I really hope that regulations stop AI. The good thing is that like the general opinion of the public is um changing, and people, they don't want AI. However, I can see how, if your goal is to get to Japanese productions, then you definitely can. um they are looking for animators. They have a lot of productions. They want animators. They are not using AI, for at least what I know. And I don't even think, like, knowing how Japanese artists and directors work, I don't think they would want to use AI. So there's definitely room, but maybe it's a little bit more competitive, or maybe, for example, my country doesn't have a big animation industry either, but I could have like an intern job in a small animation studio, and that really gave me experience and knowledge. So maybe that also gets affected, because maybe like small animation studios or small, I don't know, advertising agencies are using AI, and so they are not looking for artists. But but at the same time, it's always been difficult. you know, like it's always been hard to make animation, particularly in countries like ours that do not have like a very big or very established industry. Remote job. Well, I'm working remotely. Like most foreign animators in anime work remotely, and there are a lot of opportunities for like working remotely. So yeah, you probably would need to look for remote opportunities. And I think illustrators are a bit more they have it maybe a bit more rough. So hand-drawn animation, okay, so that's another thing. Hand-drawn animation is very niche, very specific, and there's not a lot of jobs in the first place because 3D animation sort of like displaced it. So okay, you know what? I'm gonna change this drawing again. And I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna delete it completely. Erase it. Sorry, erase it. Oops. Because I don't know Japanese language and English is also not my first language. Hope you can understand. Okay, that's also another detail. English is not my first language either. And I got my first Japanese offers without knowing I still don't know Japanese, to be honest. I would still need like a translator. So for Japanese productions, the language is not a priority. Of course, it's gonna be, it's going to open a lot of doors if you know the language. That's why I'm learning it, because I feel like I need it now. But you definitely do not, it's not a requirement. So you can have an anime job and not know Japanese. The English, however, I would suggest that you maybe improve your English, because the producers are most likely going to speak their second language is gonna be English. And wait, I feel like the music is a bit like loud. Yeah, so I would like, English is going to open a lot of opportunities, not only in the Japanese industry, but like international industries all over the world. So I would suggest that you improve your English if you don't feel comfortable at your current level. But yeah, Japanese is not necessary like at first. The important things is like the techniques and that you can do the work, the artistic skills. Thank you for you giving your knowledge. No problem. You know, it's good that you ask things, because um yeah, you give me ideas of what to, talk. So yeah, I know the AI is just horrible. I actually I want to make some videos about, because there's a lot of fights, and yeah, there's a fight going on, and artists are there are class action lawsuits, and yeah, like people are fighting against it. So hopefully we get um well, the I don't know if you heard the news about Sora AI um like ending. That was I was so happy when I heard. But yeah, like professional productions are not going to use AI. They really want to, and I think need. Well, well, no, yeah, because there's a lot of there's a big range in what professional productions are, but like anime productions, I don't think so. Oops! Oh no, I deleted what was behind. Well, I really hope I don't need it anymore. If you don't mind, can I ask where you find most of your remote jobs, like Upwork, Fiverr, or social media? For Japanese productions, it's social media, definitely. I'm writing a newsletter with all of those like details. But yeah, social media. The issue is that producers do not do proper vetting of artists, and that can result in like maybe they give the job to someone who is not ready, and that really can damage the artist's reputation, and they may not hire them again. So yeah, it's a bit tricky. But that's what I heard when I was like researching, and it turned out to be true, at least for me. I want to do 2D animation and want to earn from it so I can support my family, but now feel so much demotivated when I saw AI animation, and in comments most people loves it. They say, "Whoa, cool, yeah." Um, in my country, people are still not like rejecting it as much. Maybe it's the same in your country. But the good thing is that, like, at least in the US, in Europe, they are they are starting to really reject AI. Uh, so we just have to wait for like the wave to arrive to everywhere else. But it's gonna be tough. Like I don't wanna. There's a lot of luck involved as well, and some people just do not want to accept that there is luck because that's not in our control. But but we can do something to, like, you know, get luck on our side, and that is like preparing yourself and posting your work and such. But yeah, it is tough. I actually like I don't know if you're familiar with the Canadian animation industry, but it used to be really big, and I had a friend, for example, who worked there, but she's no longer working in animation. She's in a normal office, so it got like the times haven't been good in the Canadian industry, or at least for friends that I know. So yeah, I would like. I think you do need to consider that maybe, it doesn't work out. So if you cannot afford that because you need the job, you need a job, and you need, and you provide for your family, then yeah, it's gonna be harder. Oh, and the newsletter, it's on my Patreon. It's for free. So on Instagram, I no wait. Yeah, okay, so it's a bit, well, it's my handle, Mariana Arira. Patreon.com Mariana Arira, I guess. And it's for free. You don't have to pay. It's a free newsletter. So yep. Okay, so this is the down position. So wait. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay, I just noticed this, but these lines could be the other way. Oh, thank you. Yeah, there's a link. You recommend Clip Studio X to animate? Yes, that's the software that I use like for anime productions. But there's also TV Paint. Um, but yeah, who am I kidding? Like Clip Studio Paint is the one that I like use for everything because I got so used to using it for anime that it just stick. Yeah. You can join for free and have access to newsletter and other cool perks. Yeah. Actually, I think most of what I posted by now is for free. I mean, I'm not sure, but yeah, the paid tier is for like files, you know? For example, this file that I'm working on, I will eventually upload it, but I also have like free files, you know, free images, free resources. And I will continue posting free stuff. So okay, the hands are a bit stiff, but whatever. I'm gonna maybe fix them later. Okay, let me play the animation and see how it works, how it looks. Okay, not bad. Okay, there's something. I'm seeing like a jump. This. Have you told Chad what this short film is about? Haha. Uh, well, not on this stream. But like, I'm gonna say it now. Sorry, um, I got distracted with the animation. Okay, so this short film is I call it like an animated self portrait because it's based on like all the nights that I would, how to say this, Pilar, that I would stay up working in an anime. And it's also based on, because we used to live in Thailand, so like I would, yeah, my routine at night when it was like when the time was like 3 a.m. I would get hungry and go downstairs to the 7-Eleven to eat some cup noodles. And actually, this is the scene where, oops, where I enter to choose the cup noodle that I want. So yeah, it's really nothing like, yeah, it's an animated self-portrait. I really like that description because it's, it's not this like crazy larger than life story. It's super slice of life and even ordinary. By the way, viewers, you can also watch on Twitch where you have cool emotes and all that stuff. Yes, you can. um I need to set up the alerts and stuff, but we're working on that. Animated self-portrait is a great concept. I know. And I think it like, it doesn't, it's not saying that it's like a super engaging story, you know it's a portrait, so portraits are portraits. So yep. Okay, now let's do the passing position. Wait, what time is it? Okay, yeah, maybe a bit more. The passing position, and then I don't think I will finish today. Well, I mean, there was a lot of progress, so it's okay. Hmm. Okay, so the passing position uses the raised up um foot, and but maybe it's not all the way over there, it's more here. Okay, and then the other leg is like so, and it has to be turning. And maybe I think we would see the interior of the pants, maybe. Okay, not so bad. Hmm. Wait a second. Okay, yeah. Passing, passing. Hard work. Did you study at Go? um, I did go to Gobelins for summer school. I think it was 2013. I was pretty young, and but I did not go to like you know, I didn't study my bachelor's degree there, and they didn't exactly teach me animation. They taught me other things, very eye-opening things, like, but more in like the sense of like narrative and more a general, writing, narrative, storytelling kind of sense. But yeah, 2D animation, I was mostly self taught. Thank you for your question, A. Okay. Okay, so a subtle elbow shape. And okay, so that's the passing position. Not bad. Let me look at it on the main monitor. Okay, yeah, the hand, the right hand looks could improve. Maybe it's also the left hand. Yeah. So this one could be where? And also maybe it wouldn't be visible. So yeah, like so. And this one would be there. Okay, so that was the passing position, and then contact down. No, wait. Down, passing. Okay, so the arms look weird now, so you're amazing. Thank you, A. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to just to save it, I'm going to retrace the arms because I'm going to erase them in like that keyframe. And I like this hand for some reason. Okay. So let me erase this one. And then this one too. Yeah, because the arms would be closer to like the extended position. Okay. Okay, not bad. Okay, a bit too much. Maybe that's better. Thanks. No problem, A. Okay, so after the down position, no, what is that? Contact down, down. But you know what? I should move everything down. Edit mode. Down. Hmm? Okay, so after down, there's passing. Okay. Okay, now I really like this drawing, but it's not useful anymore, so just erase. Okay, so this is a regular in between. Then another in between. Okay, what time is it? Okay, so I think we're gonna finish for now. Let me just review it. Review the animation. Wait. Well, yeah, no. Okay, I'm gonna let me just note the last frame just to playback. Okay, I think it looks weird, but I'm not sure if it's okay. Let's. I'm not sure if it's the perspective or the fact that I just eyeballed the perspective and or maybe the torso. Hmm. Yeah, maybe I can make it work if I change the upper part of the body, like the head. Yeah, maybe that would. Hmm. Okay. Anyway, I need to leave it for now. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna. Okay, I was gonna stop, but let me just point point at what I wanna fix. Uh, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think I got it. Cause it's weird that that the head is like that. It shouldn't, like, the perspective is, so it should be maybe something like that. That is a nose. And then yeah, maybe something like so. And well, for the rest of the head as well. 'Cause yeah, it's a super low angle. So it definitely has to be low angle as well. So let me just makes, and the neck would be seen. Then yeah, but then yep. Okay, but now the acting, because she starts to get to lower her head, maybe to look at like the cup noodles, but the perspective is still like a super low angle. So okay, yes. Well, that's something that I usually do. I with another color, I start marking like how the animation can improve. And it definitely, yeah, the perspective is not correct in like the head.
Press to ATO.
Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight in the orbit of Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
And I also think that maybe, yeah, maybe the down position, I do have to like exaggerate the arms. Wait, like so. Yeah.
Four computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Because right now the animation looks just stiff. Maybe. Okay, well, still a lot of things to work on this shot. That's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for assisting, no, coming to the stream. And I don't know when I will stream next, but I'm thinking of maybe doing this more often. So that's it. um yeah, bye bye. The camera. Bye bye.